Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to create all these audiences that we talked about in the strategy section. So there's four main types of audiences that we're going to be creating. So I'm going to show you how to do the interest-based targeting. I'm going to show you how to upload a list to Facebook. Now this list could be FSBOs, expireds, it can be some of your leads, your customers, things like that. I'm going to show you how to create a video view audience. And I'm going to show you how to create a lookalike audience of any of these audiences. So let's go to the Facebook Ads Manager and show you how it's done. So once you're inside of your Facebook ad account, you're going to go up to these three lines up here. You're going to go to All Tools, and you're going to go to Audiences, which is under Assets. And then you'll come to a screen that looks like this once it finishes loading. Okay, you'll come to a screen that looks like this. Now, what we want to do is create audience. So the first one I'm going to show you how to do is how to upload a list, load your own audience. So go to create audience, go to custom audience. Then you're going to go to customer file. So now you're going to use this anytime you upload your own list, whether it's your own customer list, your own leads, if you have a list of FSBOs or expired from whatever, if you're using some other third-party lead source, things like that, you're going to upload this customer file. And then you're going to go to add customers from your own file or copy and paste. You're going to do that. And that brings us to a screen that looks like this. Okay, so I have a sample file to show you how this works. So I'm going to hit upload. I'm going to go, let me go find this file. Where I have it at. This one right here. And I am going to, that looks good. Hit next. Oh, so this is new. You have to select where the data came from. So for this one, this was information directly from customers. And next. So now I have to match the data with what's in the file. So email already matched up. So I need to go find the first name one, boom, last name one, last name, boom. And if there's a phone number row, I would put that in there as well. And then anything else I have on these people. So if there was information about the address, see, it's whatever you put in the file is what's gonna like populate in the header row there. So I didn't have anything with address, so nothing's popping up in here. So I have first name, last name, email, and phone number. So I'm good. So I'm gonna hit upload and create. And then pretty much that'll take a little bit to upload. This is, I don't know, about 13,000 people, so it might take a second. So it's done. Have the list. This will take a bit to actually populate. Now, at least as of this recording, Facebook no longer shows you how big these custom audiences is. That might change. So this can take up to 30 minutes to actually fully populate. And it'll try to match the first name, last name, email, whatever information, they'll try to match those to Facebook users. And then those are people you'll be able to advertise to. So like I said, as of just recording there, it won't tell you how much has actually matched it used to, but then they stopped doing it. So I can say if you have first name, last name, email, phone number, you'll probably get about an 80 to 90% match typically, unless the data sucks. So just kind of keep that in mind. But that is how you upload a custom audience for email. So now I'm going to show you how to create a audience based off of video views. This is probably the other type of audience we will be using. So you go up here, create audience, custom audience. Create audience, custom audience. There we go. Engagement. And then I'm going to do video. So hit video. And then what you do at this point, you have a couple options. You can do it for people who watched at least 3 seconds of your video. That counts as a video view if they watch at least 3 seconds. People who watch 10 seconds of your video, 25%, 50, 75, and 95% of your video. So you can browse you have to choose first. So let's just say anyone who watched 10 seconds of my video. Then I have to choose the video. Let me just go to Colton's page real quick. So let's say I had a video or on my page, or I had an ad, however I'm doing this. And then I just say, okay, I want anyone who's watched a certain percentage of that video. I just go find the video in here, click on it, and I can do multiple videos as well. Hit confirm. I can decide how long I want this audience to be. So anyone who watched the videos in the last year, maybe the last 90 days, 30 days, 70 days, 7 days, whatever. So I'll just say, for sake of examples, 7 days. And I'll say, and then I have to name the audience. So video view audience, I'm just going to name it, but you'll name it whatever you want to, just so you can keep track. And then hit create. And just like the other one, it can take up to 30 minutes for it to actually populate. And that right there, those are pretty much the main audiences you'll be using. The only other one, actually, let me show you one other one. So create audience, custom audience, and then website traffic. So this one is for website visitors. So all website visitors, you can put anyone who's been to your website, people who visit specific pages on your website. So you can come in here, you can put the URL for the page. And so anyone who went to a specific page of your website, then you can go ahead and retarget them. Or if you just want anyone who's been to your website at all, you just hit all website visitors. So anywhere your pixel is installed is going to put those people in the audience. And then you can name it, create the audience, and then you have a audience full of people who have been to your site. So those are the 3 types of custom audiences you would need to create. So if you have any questions about that, like, once again, let me know. I just want to make sure that that was clear. So there is the video view audience, there's the website traffic audience, and there is the customer data audience, where you can upload their email, your email list, or anything like that. All right. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to create a lookalike audience. And you can create a lookalike audience based off of any other audience you already have created. Like I said before, lookalike audience is just telling Facebook to go find more people like the people in this audience. And typically, you want to have as many people in your initial audience as possible to get the best lookalike audience. But I would suggest at least 40 or 50 at minimum before you bother even creating a lookalike audience. But the more you have in there, the better. So that's what I'm going to do. Go to create audience, go to lookalike audience. So under the source, it says choose a custom audience or page. So you can create a lookalike audience of people who like your page, or you can create a lookalike audience off of your video views or a other uploaded lists. So pretty much whatever you want to do. So I'm going to show you how to do it just off of just either video views or an email list, and they're pretty much the exact same thing. So you can click here, so you can select the page if you want to do it with your page, or you can scroll down to the different custom audiences you have. So here you see the 2 audiences we created, the video view audience and the email list audience. So I would select one of those. Location, I wouldn't touch that. Keep that broad, and then I will actually narrow down a location in the ad itself. So audience size, actually it looks like they make you pick location. Let's see. Yeah. So if that's the case, then I would do, let me see. If I'm in the US, I just pick United States. And then I would narrow that down in the actual ad itself. So, and then audience size, I like to keep that as 1. This pretty much, it goes from 1 to 10. And the higher this number is, the more people you're going to get in the audience, but the less alike that audience is to your initial audience. So I like to keep that at 1. So 2.2 million people. And then I would hit create audience. And that's going to go do its thing. It'll take, up to 30 minutes. It'll come back with a couple million people, pretty much, that you can then target. And you can narrow it down further, like I said, when you're actually creating an ad. And you would do that exact same thing if you were trying to do of a video view audience. So that's how to create a lookalike audience. So the last audience I'm going to show you how to create is the interest-based targeting audience. And there's 2 ways you can do this. So you can either do it just through here and create a saved audience, which I'll show you how to do first. Saved audience. So you'll notice this looks exactly like it does when you're actually creating an ad. The same set up here. So you can save this audience, and then when you go to create the ad, just use this audience. Or you can do the same thing inside of Ads Manager. So what you would do is the exact same way you would do it inside of Ads Manager. Let's name the audience. Let's see, real estate interests, something like that. And then we would narrow down people who live in this location. We would narrow down wherever we are at. So depending on who we're targeting, you might narrow this down by your state, your city, your zip codes, things like that. Age range, that's also something you'll have to decide on depending on who exactly you're targeting. So the age range. But I'm just gonna pick something here just for the sake. Men and women. Languages. So it depends. If you are in a place that is only speaking English, then you target English. If you are in a area where there's a high Spanish population and you want to do an ad in Spanish or something like that, then you can target English and Spanish, or just Spanish, things like that. So for the detailed targeting, so these are where we can select our interests. And there's lots of ways to do this. I'm going to just show you the simplest way for you to target people based off of what we're doing, because since we're attracting people, we don't need to get try to get super targeted with our interests. We're going to be super targeted when we retarget these people who watch our videos. So I want to target people who are interested in real estate, but those people who are not realtors, if that makes sense. So I'm going to target things like Zillow. Let's go to suggestions. So Trulia, Homes.com, Realtors.com, Buying a House, Redfin, things like this. And you can decide exactly who you want to target. So as of this recording, things like likely to move and first time home buyer are still available. And those are great, but just know those will be gone very soon. It says as of August 14th, they're going to be gone. So if those are still there when you do this, use them. But those are third party data that Facebook gets from some of their other data companies, which they are no longer going to have a business relationship with. So those are going to be gone soon. So I'm not going to even talk about those anymore. But like I said, if you can use them right now, go ahead, great. But right now, in the future, you're only going to be able to use interest. So that's the ones I'm going to focus on. So things like that. And then what I want to do is narrow the audience, exclude people. And then I want to get rid of anyone who is a real estate agent. So real estate, I want to go to job titles, real estate agent / broker. I want to get rid of, real estate employers. Let's see, associate, things like that. We're gonna go find some of the ones that are likely to be the actual real estate agents themselves or people who work for them. And these are likely good enough that'll probably cover everyone. So the idea is to find people who are interested in real estate but are not actual real estate agents. And this is how we target people by interest. And this is the exact same setup you would do if you did this while creating an ad. But so since this is a saved audience we're doing, I would select everything I want to do and hit create audience. And now this is a saved audience, which I can then go and select when it's time to actually create the ad. So those are the 4 types of audiences that you're going to want to create for your targeting for your Facebook ads.